Dodgers.
Hey, speaking of pitchers, did you see who's now a pitcher?
Tell us
your favorite player of mine, Joey Gallo,
I love
gets
how
released by the White Sox and promptly sends out on X, "That's right, I'm pitching now."
I mean, if Patrick Corbin signed a $1 million deal after the last 3 seasons he's pitched, sure,
Bro, come
Joey,
on.
sure.
The guy's a raw athlete.
He's a lefty, right?
Let's find out.
I have heard of a few pitchers who couldn't pitch very well and became hitters. Rick Ankiel. The most famous is Hall of Famer Stan Musial, who started off as a pitcher, then became one of the greatest hitters of all time. They're pitchers becoming hitters. I don't know if I've ever heard of a hitter deciding he can pitch.
Joey Gallo throws right.
And the last time he pitched was what, Little League? Maybe high school?
Probably. Funny story, though. Ichiro pitched in a major league game.
And he probably got them all out because Ichiro can do anything.
He allowed a run.
Oh,
but
no.
But he actually had some flex. He started people off on straight fastballs, and once he had all the batters like biting on it, like threw a curve in there and got a guy to swing and miss. Ichiro's like that. He's a special athlete. Like that guy. I saw a video where even now in retirement, like he went and did a demo thing at like some high school, and just blasted a home run, like in the high school field. And it was like, some of these high school fields have like some distance to them. But
he's awesome. And the best thing about Ichiro is he did not play for the Dodgers.
I do like how you referenced Joey Gallo. Then we went to a Hall of Famer who didn't get, who missed out on an unbelievable unanimous decision by 1 vote. Mind you, you started with Joey Gallo, and then Dad starts referencing Hall of Famers who were pitchers, then became great hitters, or again, did fantastic. And here we are. Joey Gallo is not a great hitter. Joey Gallo is not going to get into the Hall of Fame unanimously minus a vote. For everyone's reference.
Here's my question, though. How many ballots will Joey Gallo be on before he's eliminated from the Hall of Fame ballot?
Do they just put everyone on a ballot? I thought you had to
if you retire, this is fine. This year's class is weak, but like,
1.
Yeah, he'll be out right away.
Yeah, he'll get 0.0 votes.
Chad, you're our reference guy while we're talking about the great Joey Gallo. How many because he's a home run hitter, how many career home runs does he have compared to strikeouts? That's great.
Ooh. That was
I say it's
Adam Duvall territory.
That's got to be a 3-to-1 strikeouts to home run ratio.
It's hard for me to talk about
at
Joey.
208 home runs.
Okay. Oh man, that's he's way more than 600. He had 603 seasons.
Yeah, how many strikeouts?
I was way wrong. 3-to-1. 3-to-1 would be a dream. That's a dream. 3-to-1. It's like a 10x.
No, it's not 10x.
It's like
not 10x.
He's reading all those books. 10x your company. He's like, I'm 10x in my strikeouts.
He had 6 strikeouts for every home run.
So he had 1,200 strikeouts.
1,292 on the strikeouts. That's the Gallo way, as they say.
The best part is, just for everyone's reference, he had games where he hit 3.
Yeah.
Right.
Like he has 208. I think he had
2 consecutive seasons with 40 home runs.
That's crazy.
Wow.
In those seasons where he had 40 home runs, he also had 200 strikeouts.
But you're okay with that. You're just not okay when he does 20 home runs and has 200 strikeouts. His strikeouts are consistent.
Well, how many years was his batting average under the Mendoza line? 200.
Well,
I know his eureka moment.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 seasons. His career batting average is 194.
194
for his career.
Oh my God.
Does he even make the Hall of Fame?
So hold on. I know why he's going to go into pitching. He had a eureka moment. He's like, it is so hard to hit the ball. Pitching's got to be easier.
If he pitches one season, he will have, well, except for Babe Ruth. He'll have the most home runs by a pitcher ever.
So the worst part is his pitching stats will be he will allow batting averages greater than his, and he will not strike out 6-1 in ratios that he did as a batter. So everything he does as a pitcher, like he's not going to become Randy Johnson.
Oh,
like that's Randy Johnson. That's great. If you're a pitcher and you get 6 strikeouts to every home run you give up.
Here's what Joey could do. What's the name of that team from Long Island that's not even a minor league team? They're like the Long
Island Ducks.
He could go to the Long Island Ducks.
Yeah.
Be a DH to hit a couple mammoth home runs and pitch, and he'd bring them in. Anytime
There's a lot of ex-players that did. Ricky Henderson played for the Long Island Ducks.
Hey, if you get a major leaguer on the team, people come to see you. Hey, a couple beers and
we had Dontrell Willis. We had Ricky Henderson.
It's just hard for me.
You can't mention those two guys together either. Dontrell Willis had like 2 seasons.
Not at the same time.
Ricky Henderson was playing at 55.
On the Long Island Ducks.
Yeah.
Isn't it hard for me? It's hard for me to think of the name Joey Gallo without thinking of Joe Pesci and my cousin Vinny. His name was Gallo as the attorney. So
he kept getting it wrong, and he kept going back to New York to find out.
It's not Gallo, it's Callo.
See, I think of the famous winemakers, Ernest and Julio Gallo.
Oh, there we go. That's better than Joe Pesci. Nothing's better than Joe Pesci.
Yeah. Why buy a bottle of wine when a jug of wine will do?
I believe in an earlier episode, Todd, you pointed out that Joey Gallo had one of the best spring training challenges ever.
It was this year, which might be why the White Sox cut him.
He literally, the pitch couldn't be any more perfect, and he immediately taps his head to be like, challenge that. That is not a strike. And they looked at it, they're like, it didn't, like the ball sometimes glazes the edge.
Right.
No,
right.
The whole ball was in by like inches.
Like, yeah.
It wasn't even like the umpire was, man, that's a close call. That's a good challenge. You know,
no,
he just glazed it.
It was
like, why did you challenge that? It's as clear as day. So you're talking about a guy who wants to be, God bless him, wants to be a pitcher. I am never going to be opposed to people dreaming. Wants to be a pitcher, but doesn't even know where the strike zone is.
You know, I could be wrong on this, but that's okay. Most of the stuff I say is wrong. But I think that the Joey Gallo's claim to fame was he played on the same Little League team with Bryce Harper.
I think you're right.
So that right there is now we can embellish that and say they're best men at each other's wedding.
How many batters are upset with Joey Gallo when he left after a strikeout? They're like, what's he throwing? What's that look like? He's like, I have no idea. I thought those were all balls. I don't even know what this
the amazing thing
doing.
About the beauty of America is this guy made a lot of money. Okay, that's the beauty of America. Even Joey,
his career? I gotta look up his career.
Even Joey Gallo can make a fortune.
I mean, I would certainly not want to get off of this train of the Major League Baseball. Being a player, he's certainly not going to be a coach. I think that's a fair statement. He won't be a hitting coach.
He's not going. He's only 31.
Hey.
Yes.
He's not going anywhere. He'll be back. In the words of
Todd, hold on. His lifetime
words of Al Pacino
average
in Scarface. Don't worry. She loved me in the morning.
His lifetime average is 194.
Yeah.
Okay, let's compare these two players. What is Patrick Corbin's lifetime ERA, who just signed with the Texas Rangers for $1 million? The veteran minimum, I believe it's over a 5.
No, I don't think so, because he had some good seasons before he went to Washington. He's probably in the 4s, that's my guess.
His lifetime ERA is 4.5.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He's a 4.5 ERA, got $1 million after a massive deal. But his last 3 years, I believe they're over a 6. consistently. I didn't think he had a 7.
Last few years, he was at 5'6", 5'2", 6'3", 8'2", 4'6".
Those are
An 8.2. He had an 8.2 and he got $1 million.
more.
No, not 8'2", 5'8".
Oh, I thought you said an 8.2. I was like,
He led the league in losses 3 consecutive years, 21, 22, and 23.
He kept pitching.
My father said if you have a 20-game loser, he's a good pitcher. Because they wouldn't keep throwing him out there if he was horrible.
That's what I was thinking.
Or you don't have anybody else.
Well-
See, earlier in the show where we were like, hey, does anybody have a pitcher?
It's all things are relative, right?
So the Yankees are gonna are calling about with the Diamondbacks. They have
Joey
money.
Gallo won a Gold Glove.
That's not real.
First base?
No, outfield.
I can't believe it.
Right
Outfield.
field.
Yep.
Wow.
He had again, great arm. He does have a great arm.
That's because he's going to pitch.
Yes, he is.
All right.
So that's
What if the Yankees signed Joey Gallo as a pitcher? Because here you have a guy that can play the field if somebody gets injured, and you have a guy that could pitch. I think the Yankees just went from an 86-win team back to a 90-win team with Joey Gallo pitching.
I think it went the other way.
No, I think this
Probably
could happen.
down
He's
to
coming
like
off the bench. He's
77.
coming off. He's not starting full time. He's coming off the
he's
bench.
defensive. He's saying a defensive substitution in late innings, which I totally agree with. You can't have him be an offensive substitution. That is long gone.
Yeah,
And he's a pitcher you bring in when you're behind 10-1.
right. Because you're going to bring a position pitcher anyway.
And then
Might
you
as
have
well have a
somebody,
guy that wants to pitch.
and you have someone for Stanton when his arms can't work.
Listen, if Patrick Corbin can sign a contract, Joey Gallo can sign a contract. I'm all in. I'm all in on the Gallo train.
Because he's only 31. If he was 41,
right? That would be different.
Look at the great ideas we have for general managers to help their teams. Trevor Bauer,
Correct.
Joey Gallo. I mean, we're just filled with great ideas for them.
Brian Cashman, you can call us anytime.
these
That's
are
right.
brand new ideas. No one's thought of these at all.
Ever.
That might be possible that no one's thought of them.
I don't.
Can we go?
Why
Wait,
don't you
can we
sign
go back
both?
to the?
If
Can
you
we go
sign
back to the
Joey Gallo
Diamondbacks? I want
and
to go back.
Trevor Bauer to train Joey Gallo, and then that's their YouTube show on the side. There you go.
A Bauer Gallo. A Bauer Gallo is the story of Trevor Bauer,
then Joey
a pitcher
Gallo
banned from Major League Baseball, training position player Joey Gallo to reinvent himself as a closer.
This is a Hallmark movie, Dad. That you add a little bit of love in it.
That's right.
It's like The Natural that nobody wanted.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of that. Oh, geez.
As the French say, je ne sais quoi.
The Kevin Costner movie way back in the Bull Durham.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Got a little scandalous in there with Trevor Bauer's history. Got a little.
Right.
He's like, how come Trevor Bauer could train so many pitchers?
Right.